is Sharon Koenig of fearlesspursuits.com, and I want to ask you a very serious question. Are you feeling stressed and overwhelmed? Do you just kind of feel like you don't have enough time to take the fun things in? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So here I am in my backyard. This is Colorado Springs, Colorado, and we are at Cheyenne Canyon Park. And it is a glorious sunny day. I think we're looking at about 70 degrees. And I wanted to do this video because I was talking to a friend just yesterday, and he's been working a lot. And it feels like his house is wearing him down and his clients are wearing him down. But you know, this isn't the first time I've heard of this. It seems, in fact, that a lot of my friends and family are going through the same thing. So what we do is we literally design a life on purpose, and then come to find out it doesn't really feel like we thought it would. We feel often stressed and angry sometimes, and wondering, is there more to life than this? Well, if this is you, then I want to talk to you about what you can do to help de-stress and to help get rid of some of that overwhelm. So, there's a couple of things that we don't do enough, and I wanted to talk about that mostly. One of the things that we don't do enough of is go for long, casual walks. We don't get enough vitamin D. You know, Mayo Clinic has done a study about how important vitamin D is, and me just having moved from Oregon, which was very, very dark, here to sunny Colorado Springs, I know only too well about dealing with not having enough vitamin D in my life. You know, taking vitamin D supplements is one thing you can do, and getting a light bulb, one of those sunshine light bulbs to help you, because people are dealing with a great deal of depression, and the fact of the matter is we feel like our problems are worse than they really are sometimes. But oftentimes it's because we designed it that way. We wanted to have that American dream. And you know, it's really not so American anymore. Now this is something that's happening worldwide. People are buying these homes and they're getting these fancy cars and all this stuff. And they realize that they have all this upkeep in their home, and you got to keep up because of appearances, right? Because we want to impress people, because we're older and we should have these things, right? This is what I told myself years ago. But it's creating a life full of stress and overwhelm. And we don't have anyone else to blame but ourselves, because, you know, we married that guy, we bought that house, we bought that car. And ultimately it's not really a stress-free life. And it's one thing to go out and get some vitamin D, right? But how do you deal with the stress? Well, another underrated tip, another underrated strategy that you could use is going out for long walks. Again, there's been so many studies on this, and it's one of the best ways you can de-stress. So are you creating a life that is just endless amounts of stress? Or are you taking time out for yourself to de-stress, to unwind? We often don't think of how important a long walk is, right? We're taking medications to help us with our stress, and even supplements that we think are healthy for us, like herbs. But the truth is that there really is nothing as helpful and healing as a long walk in nature. And you think, oh yeah, great Sharon, but I work too much, I can't do that. Well, guess what? If you keep up that attitude and you keep up this pace, you know, your life is going to pass you by, and you're going to look back on it and think, wow, I didn't really enjoy my life. And so many people are dealing with that scenario right now, but we don't want that to be you. So you don't undervalue the need of a long walk. So here I am, I'm taking some time out, and it does make me feel a lot more peaceful. And this is what I needed. I'm working so hard at designing a life that's more authentic to me. I sold a lot of things. I lived in the 6,000 square foot home, and we had all the cars, and we had furniture in every room, so many sofas, right? And the pool, and the huge property. And you know what? Ultimately, it really was just a lot to do. It was a lot to dust, it was a lot to maintain, and a lot to take care of. And I decided at one point in my life that having all of these things didn't make me happy. Having the beautiful sofas and having all of the beautiful things in the house. Ultimately, you know what it did is it just complicated my life. I wasn't free. I wasn't able to do the things that I wanted to do. And even having pets, that was something that's sort of bittersweet for me. I love pets. We had so many pets. We had chicken coop, and oh my gosh, we had all kinds of pet birds and dogs. And my last dog, unfortunately, she was a beautiful girl and a family member. She did die about a year ago, and I miss her terribly. But you know, I think sometimes if I want another dog, and I just know that I wouldn't be free. I wouldn't be able to enjoy my life and just come and go as I please and travel. It would be one more thing to take care of. And you know, I've got a little one, and it's enough right there. Just taking care of her, taking care of my business, taking care of myself and my health. And I wonder if I'm selling myself short by not bringing in a pet, because imagine the love that they could give me, right? But you have to figure out what you value more. For me, I value peace. I value freedom. I value an abundant, stress-free life. And if this sounds like you, maybe it's time for you to reevaluate where you're spending your time, how much you're working, and if you need to do all that. I remember a story, it was in the news back when I lived in Arizona. It was a story of a doctor and his family. And I don't know what it was that made them do this, but they sold everything. And they were a very rich family. He was a very prominent doctor in town. And they bought themselves a boat, and they decided that they were going to live on the boat. And they said they wanted a stress-free, free life. And I can't say that I blame them, but I mean, who can sell everything and go off and do something like that, right? Not a lot of people. I don't want that, but it really speaks to me though. It says to me that this is really something that a lot of people are feeling. So there's a lot of things we can do to de-stress. You know, you can certainly do some meditation, there's tapping, but nothing beats vitamin D, natural from the sun, and a long walk in nature. So I want you to think about what's important to you, and I hope this video really inspired you to take some time out for you. And don't underestimate the importance of taking a long walk. I guarantee it'll make you feel a lot more relaxed, especially if you're dealing with some stress in your life. So that's all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and go and have a really stress-free day. This is Cheyenne Canyon, and I am out.